In 2019, we had severe flooding all along about 7 miles of shoreline in the town of Greece, New York.
Existing systems such as the revetment, the gabion, the solid sheet pile, or the concrete breakwall, all of these systems is designed to go against nature. What about if we can switch that around by using nature to our advantage? How do we design a system that would combine the coexisting of the residents and also aquatic life? So I started to do some sketches. After playing around with many different iterations, the next step is the technical information.
We wanted to see how much energy could be absorbed and diverted by the system, to look specifically at conservation of energy in a fluid dynamics system using Bernoulli's equations. We went to a computer simulation house that ran some modeling, and from that we were able to generate dynamic water flows, some animations. We saw something very interesting. We saw the vector field analysis of the water flows, so we were able to better understand exactly how our wall worked. And we're able to get to a calculation of how much energy was either absorbed or diverted by the wall. As the wave gets higher, the system really kicks in to where you can get a 5-foot wall having in the 38 to 39% absorption rate. It can get as high as 41%. You think about that, every time a wave hits, which is about every 4 to 6 seconds, a large portion of that energy isn't hitting the wall itself. It's actually going into the chamber, is redirected out of the system back towards the lake.
That information allows us to start building the true scale prototype. And we actually install it onto the Lake Ontario.
Pepsi put the prototype in the water, took a look at the splash on it, was very happy with its performance compared to a straight steel pile wall. After that, I went through and did some mechanical analysis. The part I was concerned about is the grid structure in front, the water-facing end. During storm events, you'll have trees that come free, so I took a 500-pound telephone pole and had that hit 10 feet per second, which is about maximum wave velocity. It's built to take the abuse. Under very, very heavy conditions like ice conditions, it's not going to break. If you have 500-pound blocks of ice, that's a big block of ice, it will not damage the breakwall.
The SBDS is superior in design and performance to the existing rock systems and the gabion systems. One of my neighbors has a sheet piling system. Both my wife and our neighbor on the other side of our house can feel our house shake when the waves hit that solid sheet pilings. So the SBDS system that absorbs those waves stops all of that hard pounding and shaking of the ground. With the rock systems, algae builds up on them. They get slippery. Your children and grandchildren slip and fall on them. You don't have easy access. You can't get down and enjoy the beach with the piles of rocks in front of your house. The gabion style, where the water goes in but then can lift up the concrete patios that are on top of them and cause destruction. But with the smart breakwall diversion system, where the water comes in, goes into those openings like a ladder design inside it, so it breaks the waves down, slows them down before it even throws them back out at the next wave. There really is no comparison.
One piece is the care that Pepsi took to put in a stair for egress of deer, whatever other animals you might have in the water that can get out. The second aspect to the SBDS that's very helpful is the revetment that's in front of the steel. And this helps obviously absorb some of the energy, and you don't have to care so much that those rocks are going to settle and move as well, because the steel doesn't move, and that's the important part. Environmentally also gives refuge to the smaller animals, the smaller fish. That's one of the concerns the DEC has. This is something that's been incorporated into the SBDS design.
With the changing climate, I think SBDS is in a good space to adapt to the changes, provide a peace of mind for the resident that is resilient, cost-effective, and environmental friendly.
You can't rely on long-term integrity of a revetment wall or gabion wall to give you the same protection as the day it was installed. The SBDS is a long-term solution.
It allows a place for humanity to have their homes right along the lake, have their property protected, preventing erosion, and incorporates natural elements into it to enhance the overall effectiveness of the system.
It adds value to the properties, to the homeowner, and improves the quality of life of living along the water.
It is my goal to make a positive impact. It would be a joyful experience during the high lake level. Embrace it and celebrate it rather than be fearful. The SBDS will be a resilient long-term solution